What is up, everyone? The Salt Shakers are here. Nikki Bougie, Drion Santana, and you are tuned into a very special episode of Raw versus SmackDown on Sunday. We will be running the show tomorrow as planned, but this will be the live show. So, welcome to the Shakers Den, WWE versus SmackDown in the Den. That is right. The Shakers Den brought to you by Battleground Podcast. We are here to discuss Monday Night Raw versus SmackDown, an episodic weekly show that we have been really thrilled about because it's brought a lot of competition to the Shakers Den. This week was a flop. I know for me, I don't know. When I went back and watched it, it wasn't that bad, but I don't know. We'll have to see.
I have to see. I don't think that you guys had a bad show. I don't think
No.
we had a bad show either. I think our show was just pretty much around Royal Rumble and getting
Yeah.
prepared for it. That's all I think. Wow. I think Monday Night Raw. I guess y'all still trying to figure some things out over there.
Yeah, we don't really have a lot of matches booked either, honey. Girl,
No.
it's really not
Like
about us.
everything is no. I feel like then that means that somebody this just feel like somebody with Royal Rumble is gonna win from Raw.
From Raw, yeah.
SmackDown, since it's so SmackDown driven, especially with the shows. I mean, we don't really have another women's match on the card outside of just the women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So
I do think a woman on SmackDown has to win.
yeah,
Like Becky doesn't have to win, but we'll get into that a little later. Of course, we are gonna start off first with Monday Night Raw. Kicking us off this Monday, we saw Seth Rollins entering the stadium with his beautiful daughter. Very captivating moment here. There have been rumors that he won't be wrestling that much longer, but you never know. Child, he could wrestle the whole damn year. So who knows? Um, Wait, excuse me? Okay, well, whatever. We got this actually happened after the fact, but I guess this motherfucker wanted to go first. Our Truth gave Damian Priest the funds from what he was selling from the shirts, and Damian seems to be okay with Our Truth being in Judgment Day as long as it's gonna bring them the loot. Honey, I did not know that the Judgment Day was a mafia. That was a little uneasy for me. But we kicked off with Cody Rhodes, of course, with it being Martin Luther King Day. Like, who the hell else was gonna kick us off? But he was greeted by his old tag team partner, Drew McIntyre, which I really wasn't paying attention to men's wrestling as much during this time because it was kind of boring. So I kind of forgot about this. But when it popped up on the internet, I was like, okay, well, there it is. This makes sense. These pictures look really nice between their little debacle because the smoke just set very well. Um, Drew, girl, the pointing, don't ever point at that man again like that. You're a fucking idiot. Cody made it very clear that he wants to win the Royal Rumble because he obviously has a story to finish. And for him and a lot of people, it is the most important story to be finished in wrestling at this moment. We move on from them. We did get a tag team match. DIY did defeat Dominic and JD. In this week's SmackCam of the week, brought to you by the Shakers Den and Battleground Podcast, Dominic may have suffered a loss with his partner Dom, but let me tell you something. That smack to the face that Johnny Gargano received by Dominic, classic.
I do
Johnny Gargano.
enjoy that photo in the beginning of showcasing the match. I think that's one of my favorite photos outside of all the photos from Raw. From
This
like
one,
this angle here, I think this angle here just like
that's good.
it's so good. They should shoot from there more often. Or I do like when they do actually take pictures from that side of the ring.
Yeah, it does. It looks really nice. Earlier before the show, Chelsea and Piper are still very upset about taking a loss and losing their tag team championships. They found themselves in a one-on-one match with Indy and Candice. Now, prior to the match, we did see a very cool package for Candice and Indy, kind of getting fans a little more interested. Where is my screenshot? It's okay. Yeah, but we got a video package with them before their victory. So I kind of figured they would get the victory in a sense. Man, I really hate this for Chelsea because she was on such a heavy, hard-hitting streak before all this craziness with the party bus ladies and all that. So take another loss to Candice and Indy. It just is what it is. Damian meets up with Judgment Day and they're talking about the money that he was given by R-Truth. He also told R-Truth that during the match with Miz that he should not tag in. I thought that was very interesting. Too, using his power plays to get another tag team victory. We also saw from Gunther, who returned and said that he was very proud of Ludwig Kaiser and gave him a very big hug in the ring. I've never seen Gunther this emotional. I'm sure Vinci's at home like, damn, like, fuck me. But shout out to Imperium, can't wait. However, Xavier Woods said, nah, fuck your family. And I don't really have time for this whole shimmy, shimmy, yang, shimmy, yep. Okay. I'm about to beat your ass. And that's exactly what happened. They ended up having a match that ended in a disqualification. Both of them were counted out. And, well, it was kind of weird because they were kind of both counted out. But then they were like, oh, he got disqualified because he threw the chair. So it was kind of like double disqualification in a sense. But I don't know if they could make up their mind. I couldn't remember if he counted to 10. But it was almost like he hit 10 and threw, and the chair was used. So it was like double DQ, but good times. I love the black and white photos for MLK. Legendary. Xavier Woods did walk away as what I would consider to be victorious because his point was very much made. If y'all want to bring this match over to Vengeance,
I was just thinking putting like Martin Luther King like in the back somewhere.
Girl,
that damn white photo, like
when they put him on club flyers.
Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Whoever invented that, no.
They put so many people on club flyers. I've seen Beyonce on club flyers before. I'm like, girl, she is not going to be there. Like, people think, like, when they put like certain kind of IG models on the flyers, and then people are thinking that those are the women that's coming. No.
Oh, good times.
Great marketing.
Great marketing, yes. We also had a one-on-one match between Akira Tozawa versus Ivar. He ended up picking up the win. However, he made our smack cam moment this week as well, because after he got a surprise victory with the help of Maxine, Valhalla was very upset. And she ran her crunchy ass feet to the ring and was putting her fingers in Maxine's mouth. Very unhygienic, very nasty. I would not do that. I wouldn't work with her. I'm just being honest. So shout out to Maxine. Girl, you had the toughest job this week, because you don't wear no shoes. I'm going to assume that the amount of times that you wash your ass and you wash your hands is low. Okay? And that's for anybody. That's just not for Valhalla. That's for any of y'all who do not wear shoes. Okay? Speedball, I love you. You have a little protectors in the cuff where the heel is. I get it. But I don't know. If you're comfortable enough to put your feet out there like that, I just don't know how many times you wash your ass. So don't be putting your fingers. That was disgusting. I'm not going to lie. Like, bad angle. Kind of lost it. But we were revived because Rhea Ripley says she is here to get this division in order before the Royal Rumble. She's been saying this shit. Girl, I don't know how long it takes, Rhea. Like I'm losing patience. You say this every fucking week. You're trying to get your damn division together. Now you have another problem. And to you, it's really not a problem. It's kind of who you want to face at WrestleMania. It's your opponent. You literally told this woman that you hope that she wins the Royal Rumble, and y'all have y'all match, which I think a lot of people want to see. To be honest, I think this is a very interesting lineup between the two. I know Rhea is going to do everything that she can to hold on to this title, trying to get past the man who, to me, no one is taking losses like Becky. Nobody. Like, and clearing them. Like, oh yeah, I lost. Who gives a fuck? We're not talking about that right now. Bitch, I'm here. You want to fight? What's up? You got a title? What's up? Tuesday? Monday? Friday? Where you at? Like, I don't know, man. So she might get her opportunity. After everything that happened with Valhalla, Ivy now said, girl, I'm going to beat her ass. I'm going to talk to Adam Pearce. And because talking to Adam Cole wouldn't do shit. And she made it very clear that she is going to handle Ivy now because she does not like what happened, to be honest. We do have a very special interview coming with Ivy now this Monday, tomorrow, with Battleground Podcast. So make sure you tune in to that. Very fun interview, very insightful. You get to really get more into Ivy now, so that's going to be really spectacular. There was a tag team match as well between Damian Priest and Finn taking on JD and taking on R-Truth and The Miz. And of course, they stand tall. Unfortunately, though, R-Truth was attacked by Damian Priest. He kind of got fed up. He kind of lost all his money. And, Damian was just kind of on a roll tonight because he is not done. But poor R-Truth, maybe we'll see what happens tomorrow. And maybe, maybe they'll reconcile because he's made some more money. We also heard from Seth Rollins before his main event match with Jinder Mahal defending his title. And we also had a match between Shayna teaming up with Zoe to take on the team of Natty and Tegan Nox. And if I'm not mistaken, why don't I remember who won this? But I'm almost certain it was Shayna and Zoe. They did not provide a picture.
Which is insane.
But I think I remember the boom, the ding, 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 and them raising their hands up. But great women's action. The tag team division is really growing. Shayna and Zoe do a great job together. And Natalya, her gear was fucking amazing. Like, that gear was sick. We move on. We also catch up with Jinder Mahal as he's getting ready for that main event match as well. Probably one of the biggest matches in his career thus far, outside of winning the championship, of course, because, everybody can't beat Randy. But we move on to the main event, you guys, and I don't really have shit to say. I'm gonna be honest. Seth wins. Damian comes out. Damian tries to fucking cash in, and Drew McIntyre just fucks it up for everybody. And that's probably why we lost. So, nothing much more to say there besides another run cashed in by a goddamn Celtic warrior, who the fuck he is. I don't even know his goddamn gimmick. Anyway, tomorrow we will have a face-off. Who?
The Celtic warrior is Sheamus.
Oh, whoever. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes will face off tomorrow in New Orleans. Santana will be in at the show. We will also have because of Drew being an idiot, we'll also have a one-on-one match, which I'm sure this will be the main event. Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. Lord, if y'all make that, man. I swear to God. Chad Gable and Ivar have a one-on-one match because the Alpha Academy has no plans on stopping feuding with people. Alpha Academy beef, they beef be long as hell. Like it be months on months on months. You beefing with the Alpha Academy, you gonna get a match at least like 4 weeks in a row. I'm sure Otis is gonna beat his ass again. So we'll just have to see. And then of course we're ending with the one-on-one match with Ivy Nile taking on Valhalla. Interview dropping tomorrow. So make sure you check that out. It will be on Battleground Podcast on YouTube. And yeah, it will stream. We will try to run it on our platforms as well. So make sure you tune in to that. But other than that, that was Monday Night Raw in 15 minutes, you guys. Like, I mean, it's really not much. The girlies was given what they could, but it really wasn't given like it's not our take home episode, so I get it. But 6, 7 out of 10. Still pretty sports entertained, but a few highlights to get us through. But we move on to SmackDown because, chill. Oh no, man. I don't know.
Here we are on the blue brand, of course. As always, I say the best brand according to Nick Aldis. I didn't say it this time, Nick Aldis did. But of course, we open up the show because it's contract signing time, or what is supposed to be contract signing time between Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, LA Knight, and AJ Styles. Well, LA Knight and AJ Styles signed the contract. Randy Orton signs the contract. The one who did not come out and sign the contract was Roman Reigns. He told Paul Heyman that everything was supposed to be fixed and all this and that. And unfortunately, nothing seems to have been fixed because that's what he asked for. Now he has to do this contract signing, which he's bitching and whining and moaning about like he always do. So Paul Heyman, he comes out, he tries to, try to find a way to get Nick Aldis to change this whole type of stipulation and everything. And he started talking trash about Randy Orton and all this and that. And well, the way that Paul Heyman got grabbed on by Randy Orton is what a lot of people wish they got grabbed on by Randy Orton, with the grabbing of the tie. I will say that. Yeah, sorry. But obviously, LA Knight and AJ Styles honestly have some underlying issues that they still have not gotten resolved, which eventually had them brawling up there on top of the ram. Jason Jordan coming out, Gregory Helms coming out, all the producers coming out to try to stop this and separate these gentlemen, which ended up them having a match later on tonight. Like I said, while Nick Aldis was dealing with AJ and what's his name? LA Knight. I'm sorry, distracted by Randy. Randy was obviously still running back in with Paul Heyman. Like I said, this is the photo that had a lot of people wishing that they were, for the first time in their life ever, in Paul Heyman's position. Honestly, truly, because I don't think nobody else would want to be Paul Heyman right now, except for, I would be his tie, not him in general. I'll say that. So we move on to our first technical match of the night, LWO versus Legado del Fantasma. Santos Escobar, Humberto, and Angel taking on Carlito, Joaquin, and Cruz in a 6-man tag match. And this match was actually pretty good. I give it that much. But Santos, Angel, and Humberto ended up getting that victory. And now they have a victory over LWO, and it seems as if like this is not going to be the end of it because Carlito still wants to get his hands on Santos Escobar for what he did to him. Like he's obviously definitely not over it, and he's wanting to get that one-on-one, and Santos has been kind of wiggling his way out of that. Legado does not have a woman, and I'm sure that eventually somewhere down the line that's something that they may try to incorporate is a woman being a part, especially with Zelina being with LWO. Hi, Eric. And I'm sure that eventually they'll have a woman join them. Who is going to be? I don't know. It could be Elektra. It could be Lola, because she did give that little smirk to Santos, and girl.
It would be interesting if they brought someone else in, like Molina. Just like no, I mean like a young talent, like someone we may know, or someone like on the independent scene or something like that. Just someone that they've hired or something. Like it would be nice for like, I feel like they would fuck around and give it to like a Roxanne Perez or something. But I would like to see them give it to someone that actually needs it versus someone
Yeah.
who could just like
I
feel.
feel like they could give it to Roxanne, but Roxanne is not a great talker.
Oh, Raquel.
Raquel could be. Well, yeah, because I mean Raquel is, I mean, she's, you know, dealing with her skin and
Yeah.
everything like that. So I mean, if they wanted to do something like that, they could bring in Raquel because they're gonna need someone to at least match up with Zelina on the mic.
At
Because
least.
if you're gonna bring someone in to be a
Yeah.
part of Legado de Fantasma, to have be another woman to go against Zelina, at least on the mic wise, you're gonna need someone who's gonna be able to match it. Because Zelina is a great talker.
Oh,
Like
she's one
she's
of the best.
clearing. Like
She's
honestly,
like
so
top 5 in wrestling, period. I feel like.
she
I don't
like
feel like no one really clearing her right now.
she know how to wiggle her way out of things, and she knows how to talk. So if they're gonna put someone in that position, they're gonna need to have someone who's gonna at least match Zelina.
I can't explain it, but like on the mic, she's Nicki Minaj. Like mic
She be-
skills. I know a lot of people be like, you know, that would be Mercedes, but she can't talk. Like I love Sasha Banks, but she can't talk. Zelina is really like Nicki on that fucking mic.
Zelina was clearing Sasha when they had that little.
Yeah.
Like, it was like Sasha, Zelina, Bianca. Like
Yeah.
she was not playing. Maybe Elektra. I don't know. Elektra would have to be a heel coming up here. You know what I'm saying? If they want to
Yep.
change that dynamic of it. So I don't know, but I guess once they come to time where they feel like they need to include a woman, I'm sure that they'll figure it out who it's gonna be. So because I literally screamed and I may have burst a lot of people's eardrums. Okay, so of course we know Tyler Bate is now officially on SmackDown, and you know him and Pete, who I've always been calling that, have been having their little backstage conversations about you need to remind people who you are. You know, saying I know who I am, which they end up posting that video after they announced that Pete Dunne is officially Pete Dunne again. We now are in the era of the Bruiserweight once again. And I am so fucking happy because him being Butch, it did nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? He still looked like Pete Dunne. And it's like the name change itself, it really, come on. Like we knew that, like we can look at him and tell that he's Pete Dunne. There was nothing that was changed about him that making him Bushes didn't do anything. It took away from the star power that he had. But now that he's back being Pete Dunne and being the Bruiserweight and being finally tapping into who he has always been, I think that it is absolutely amazing. I don't know if Gunther going back to Walter would make a change or anything like that. I don't think. I mean, I feel like with Walter being turned into Gunther, I feel like he still had that mentality. He still had that star power. With Pete changing him to Bush and literally changing his entire character, Gunther is still Walter even with the name change.
Yeah.
He's still the same person. With Pete and you taking him to Bush, you want him to just be a maniac and just attack people and all this and that. That wasn't him. You literally changed the whole dynamic of who the fuck Pete Dunne was. Like we forgot that he was one of the first longest NXT UK champion. Let's start there. The man was him and matches he had with Gunther, him matches we had Tyler Bate dragging off. Like, hello, like come on, like this man, like I'm no at all, sir. But I am happy that Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, is back in full effect. And they end up taking on Pretty Deadly again. And with the classic Bruiserweight gear that he had on, I think that is just, I don't know. I was too busy just really enjoying everything about this match here, just with Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. But they end up getting the victory. And I mean, like I said, I am extremely happy and I'm ready to see. I thought maybe they were going to wait until like maybe Royal Rumble to show or bring back Pete Dunne, but they decided to do it on SmackDown. And I think that is great. So I don't know. I'd have been really, really happy if they did this at Royal Rumble. Yeah, it would have been even better, but still, I enjoyed it. But welcome back, Pete Dunne, even though you never really left to me, to be honest. All right, so we move on here because Kevin Owens invited Logan Paul to the KO show. Of course, they are getting ready for their match here at Royal Rumble this week, per se. And Logan is mainly definitely clear that Kevin cannot use that uh, brace that he has on his wrist as a weapon because he can be, disqualified and all this and that. So that's exactly what Logan Paul is trying to get at, is that if Kevin uses that, that's a disqualification, it's a weapon, and yada this, yada that. And he tried to, take his shot at Kevin Owens and everything, and he did succeed, which left Kevin Owens pretty much laid out. And he did try to target his wrist and everything like that too. So I don't know. I mean, do we see a new champion at Royal Rumble with Kevin and Logan Paul? I have no idea. Logan is a damn coward. He is scared of death of KO. He can't win. He is only champion because of these desperate for clicks. Well, that man is definitely utilizing his marketing skills to bring those clicks in for WWE. There better be a new champion. I don't know. I mean, who's to say that there could be a new champion? I don't know. It seems like, Logan Paul is in that part-timer kind of category where, he shows up whenever there's something that needs to be happening with him, in a sense. That's pretty much what I am getting with Logan Paul. But who knows? We have to really wait until Royal Rumble for that to actually happen, or to see what the outcome of that match is going to be. As we continue on with more championship matches, the new women's tag team champions put their titles on the line against Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. This is technically like their first or second defense as of right now, per se. And this match was actually like Kaden Carter, that was like back spring Canadian Destroyer that she did on Alba Fire was sick. It was nasty. And of course, they were not out here alone. Damage Control, well, Bayley technically was on the commentary while Damage Control was out here. And Bayley is kind of putting it, let it be known that, if she wins the Royal Rumble, she's going to be challenging Rhea Ripley, as she is wearing Rhea Ripley merchandise and everything like that, while Damage Control is kind of just, chilling and watching from the ringside. After the match, of course, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance did retain those championship titles, but it seems like the Kabuki Warriors are wanting to have their opportunity next, and they will actually get that opportunity this coming Friday on the take-home show for Royal Rumble. As we get into our main, sort of, somewhat of an almost main event here, AJ Styles versus LA Knight, which this match did not last long because Solo did end up getting involved, as well as Jimmy, and obviously Solo was very impatient, and he was very much ready for Randy Orton. He was like, he's not dealing with this shit at all whatsoever. He's definitely ready for Randy Orton. Go ahead and get your ass out of here because I'm ready to fight. And that's exactly what happened. We ended up getting to Randy Orton versus Solo Sikoa, and this match was fairly nice. I give it that much. But the more so the fact of that, even after this match here, I mean, we still have left with LA Knight and AJ Styles. These three gentlemen will be having an opportunity to see if they can become champion at Royal Rumble as they take on Roman Reigns, who didn't come out until later on that night, and he takes out Randy Orton with a Superman punch, and then he signs the contract. And well, he ends up trying to spear Randy Orton and end up getting an RKO, and left Randy Orton basically the one standing tall at the end of Friday Night SmackDown. Now we move over into what's coming up for this week, Friday Night SmackDown. We did see a promo from Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, letting it be known, like, listen, Final Testament, I don't know where y'all think y'all coming from or whatsoever, but we're going to remind you guys exactly who we are this coming Friday. So this Friday, we're going to have Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, and we're going to have the Final Testament. That's a lot of people to put on this graphic, I'll tell you that much. Too many people. But they will have their little face off, per se, this Friday. So let's see how that goes. Also, Carmelo Hayes was backstage doing an interview, and he's been kind of the way that they kind of been transitioning him kind of within the main roster. Of course, still having him deal with his stuff down there on NXT, but also kind of transitioning him up to the main roster for Friday Night SmackDown. He was back there talking, doing the interview, and Austin Theory and Grayson Waller come up. Obviously within their match that happened 2 weeks ago, it ended in a way that like could have left both of them pretty much on the shelves, but luckily they are both okay, as we did see. And Grayson Waller is starting to act like Bailey with approving matches or agreeing to matches for his partner, and Theory doesn't seem to be too happy about that at all whatsoever. But they will have a rematch, Carmelo Hayes versus Austin Theory, and hopefully we actually get a proper victory for these two. Otherwise, I am enjoying this feud that they are having. I hope that it does continue on and everything like that. Also, Carlito hopes to finally get his hands on Santos Escobar this Friday, as well as they have their one-on-one match. And like I said earlier, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter will be defending those tag team championships against the Kabuki Warriors this Friday. I don't know if Kaden and Katana are meant to be transitional champions, but to me, it seems like that's exactly what they will be, because I do have a feeling that the Kabuki Warriors are going to become champions this Friday. And I don't know why they didn't do this at the Royal Rumble, because I know a lot of people were asking why they didn't do it at the Royal Rumble. That's so that the girls can get involved. Once you lose your championship, then you can go join the Rumble. Make yourself useful somehow, somewhere.
And I think all four of these women are still going to be in no matter what. So.
Yeah, definitely. So even though we don't necessarily know exactly like who's all going to be in the Rumble, which I think that is great. I'm glad they're kind of keeping it, to themselves and everything. We just have to, once we get there, we just have to figure out exactly, we'll find out basically who's a part of the Rumble. I mean, we kind of have an idea or know who's already in it by those who made that known. But as far as like actually knowing who else is going to be a part of it, I think that is great that we don't know. Let the surprises continue to be exactly what it is for both the men and the women. But that's pretty much Friday Night SmackDown. Honestly, I think Friday Night SmackDown was pretty cool per se. Really interested in seeing how both Monday Night Raw and this week's Friday Night SmackDown go, especially with this being the take-home show for Royal Rumble in a sense as well. So really, really excited like that. I've been watching like all of the Royal Rumbles leading up to the one that's happening for this weekend. So really, really excited about that. In regards to Seth, I guess his situation, I have absolutely no idea. I know that he's supposed to have, I don't know about the injuries. I know that he's supposed to have like surgery and whatnot, and he is allegedly supposed to be able to be done and be ready by WrestleMania. But I mean, I guess when he comes out tomorrow for Monday Night Raw, hope Santana have fun tomorrow. She is prepared for self-injury. Yeah. Well, he wasn't someone I was looking forward to. I'm actually looking forward to seeing Cody and CM Punk, of course, and most definitely Damian Priest. Like, those are that's really who I'm here for, honestly. So there's that. But yeah, Mr. Lewis, you're late. Okay, I bet you was tardy for class all the time.
We'll replay it tomorrow at normal time, but we're about to do the at 8.
Yeah, the reality TV fix. Normally we do it here at 7:00, but we're doing this Raw vs SmackDown content for you guys to make sure that we still get that out. But no, we rarely do anything pre-taped around here, especially when we're kind of like changing up the dates, the times for the show. So but yeah, definitely we're
gonna do a live interview one day.
Yeah, maybe one day. But yeah, so 8:00 we're gonna be jumping into reality TV fix because we got a new episode of Baddies. We got to get into episode 2 of Young and Reckless, and we'll probably look at Mean Girls as well for Now This TV because I mean that is out, and we got to get y'all introduced to SoCal Barbie because
we can do that one second, and then Young and Reckless.
Okay, yeah, because that one is
because SoCal is taking over.
She really is. Like she's literally there. Like I've seen so many videos of her. Not like the Mean Girls in theater. This is like the black version of Mean Girls, minus Regina George's. All of them are Regina George.
All of them.
All of them are Regina George. They're all plastics. So.
But yeah, that's only on Twitch. So coming
only on Twitch. So you have to be following Nikki's Twitch or my Twitch, whichever one you prefer. Nikki's is Nikki Bougie. Mine is Holistic. Same thing as my Twitter handle. If you don't know, there's that. But yeah, thank you guys who could come in, and those who are watching. We definitely do appreciate it. Shout out to Battleground Podcast as always. Definitely check out the interview with Ivy Now coming out tomorrow. That Battleground Podcast did. And yeah, continue to follow us on all socials at the Shakers Den all over social media. Yeah. And we'll be back in less than 30 minutes, only on Twitch.
Only
for our reality TV fix. So definitely got to get into that because I'm really trying to see if Scotty got what she,
from what I'm not.
I haven't looked at anything. Every time somebody posted, I keep scrolling. I don't want to see nothing. I will try my best to keep my composure tomorrow. Trust me, I will tweet about it on Twitter when I go, so that you guys will know that when Damian Priest come out, because I am sitting by the ramp. So you may see me, you may not. I'm gonna try to hide myself so that nobody will. Oh my God, there's Santana. So, shit like that. But yeah, so I'm very excited. This is my first time seeing Damian Priest in person, and I might be mesmerized. I might forget that I might jump the gate like they do against Seth Rollins, but not because I want to hurt him, but because I want to hug him.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, so we'll be back at 8:00 on Twitch only for Reality TV Fix. After that, we'll be back on Tuesday for NXT Uncut, and then of course Thursday TNA Wrestling, and then yeah, that's pretty much kind of like our schedule for the week as of right now. To be honest, if there's anything new that pops up, follow Nikki's Twitter and you will find out.
Shit.
Definitely check out any of our other interviews that we do have with Killer Kelly and Maya World. Those are now up on YouTube and everything. So definitely check those out if you haven't. And check out all of our other content too. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. And be back here at 8:00 p.m. Central Time for Reality TV Fix only on Twitch. Bye.
Bye.